thanks for the support as a channel member, Kim Daniels. I'm going to remind you every day for the rest of the week, so bear with me. Shirts go off sale Sunday the 8th of March. If you want one, the link is in the description. If you're watching this in the future, you should have watched it when it first came out. Then you'd know why shirts aren't available anymore. But link down in the description. They're awesome. Hello and welcome to part 31 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have two games for you in the National League. We're at home against Solihull and away against Harrogate. Since you were last with me, mixed form. We're supposed to finish mid-table this year, and that's exactly how we're playing and exactly where we're sitting at the moment. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, and this is where we find ourselves. 10th place after 8 games, 1 point outside of the playoffs, which I can absolutely live with. What I am very excited about is the fact that we've got 2 of the 3 top scorers in the division. So it's a complete turnaround from last year where we kind of defended our way to promotion. We're now scoring lots of goals. Quinn on 7 goals, Bond on 6 goals. We're just conceding too many because we're not quite good enough for this level yet. But it's been a lot of fun, and hopefully as we start to improve the dynamic stuff, team cohesion still only down at average, as that starts to drift up here, I'd like to think some of these draws become wins, some of the defeats become draws, and we might just find ourselves in a promotion push as the season goes on. But this is the team that we're playing today for the game against Solihull. We've got Anang in goal, a back four of Greenwood, Ball, Dootson and White, Mitchell, Pack, Mundle and Williams in the midfield, and Quinn and Bond up front. Quinn and Bond are just very good together. And now they're getting better at playing together and not just being very good in their own right. It just gets more and more fun to watch them each match. So just sit back, relax and enjoy a strike partnership. Taylor Crossdale is playing for Solihull, a non-league to legend. But it's not a Taylor Crossdale day today, although now I've mentioned him, he'll obviously score because that's how Football Manager works. At least I didn't click on him, so he shouldn't score a hat-trick, but I've mentioned him, so he'll definitely score. But yeah, let's just enjoy watching a strike partnership, play together, score goals, lots of good crosses coming in from good wide players and good overlapping fullbacks. We're just playing good it's like playing football in the 70s. We just get the ball out wide, whip crosses in and watch the strikers do their thing. And it's actually quite good fun in small doses. I couldn't watch football like this all the time because it's pretty boring in real life. But, you know, we're in the National League and we've not got the best players in the division, so we can't knock the ball around doing tiki-taka all the time, as much as that would always be my preferred way of playing football because it looks pretty. I like the thinking man's football, not the hoof it up the pitch man's football. But, you know, sometimes you got to hoof. And luckily he's offside there, so we don't need to worry about the fact that they out-hoofed us early on. But, I mean, it's not that we're playing long ball. We are just quite direct, get the ball out wide, get the crosses in, 2 big men up front, watch them score, which Bond's nervous because I've talked about, that's the thing, now I've talked about them so much and talked about how much fun they've been to watch, guarantee neither of them will play well today, neither of them will score. Mundle plays it forward to Bond, Bond to Quinn, and it's back to Mundle again. Mundle is in and it's a save from the Solihull goalkeeper and we win a corner. Our first corner of the game, I think, which means we get to see Pack do Pack things. And corner comes in and Dootson's there but can't quite get there ahead of the goalkeeper for Solihull. But Dootson's scored a couple of times from those kind of situations. He's very dangerous from these set pieces. We perhaps should have given Dootson more of a chance when he was a permanent Bourne player rather than never really playing him and letting him leave on a free transfer after a year because he couldn't get in our team. Kind of regret that now because he's much better than any other defender we've probably ever had. Although, to be fair, I guess you have to weigh up how much of that is because he went away to teams with better youth systems which allowed him to develop, because our training facilities are trash, so players probably struggle to develop with us. So it's probably done him good leaving and then coming back. Similar situation to what we had with Plange. What an effort from range from Quinn. It looked like he was struggling to even get the ball under control, and then all of a sudden it's flying towards top corner but doesn't quite duck down enough in time. Right, what can we say? Keep doing what you're doing, we'll be fine, was the general gist of that, I think. I mean, to be fair, Solihull are just about edging it at the moment. I guess we've had the one clear-cut chance. He must be offside. He is offside. Second time they've had the ball in the back of the net. Thankfully, second time it's been given offside. We're just going to go a little bit more positive. I don't know where Solihull are in the league. Solihull just below us in the league. We are the home team. So let's go out there in this second half and try and score. Try and win the football match. Dootson's picked up a yellow card. So, again, because I've been talking about how good he is, probably going to get sent off today. Because, again, it's how Football Manager works. Dootson brings it down nicely, plays it forward to Pack to Mitchell, and then back with Pack again and to Greenwood. And now Greenwood looking to release Mitchell on the left-hand side, but it's a poor pass, and it ends up back with the Solihull goalkeeper. But Quinn's there to chase him down, put him under a little bit of pressure, and it looked like he rushed the goal kick, but we messed up clearing it anyway. White ends up getting the ball to Williams eventually, but he's way back in his own half when he picks it up, and he's got to do something a little bit special to come away with the ball here, but he does. It's a lovely pass to Bond. Bond from range, and Matthew Bond has his 7th goal of the season, and that puts him level on goals, I think, with Quinn. And of course, Bond is the one who is our own player. Quinn's here on loan. Bond is one of our own, and there's a very good chance there's a picture of James Bond on the thumbnail today because of that goal. I've been itching to do it. We had Pack yesterday. Today, Bond. All the different Bonds I can do as well every time he scores a goal. This is what it's going to be until people start sending me pictures of them in Bourne shirts, and then they can take over the thumbnails the way we did on the home series last year. But until then, I've run out of pictures of Bourne. I've got to start using just, oh, he's got a name that's a little bit famous. Let's do that. Right. Substitution o'clock. We have got Plange on the bench, and I'm tempted to bring him on for Mitchell. We've done it a couple of times, just playing Plange on the left-hand side of midfield. It's not his preferred position by any stretch of the imagination, but he can do a decent job there, and Cornell can come on for Mundell, and he does look good in that midfield. There's certainly a feeling deep inside me that we are drifting towards a diamond because we've got some very good central midfield players. And obviously Plange could then play at the point of that diamond, gets him in the team. Bond is now level as top scorer in the division, I think. He certainly pulled ahead of Quinn. It's a lovely finish from Bond to put us 2-0 up in front of nearly 300 Bourne fans in the ground again. Despite the fact we're playing in, is it a two-sided or a three-sided stadium? We've definitely got nothing behind that goal, which is weird because, as someone mentioned in the comments yesterday, that's where our seats were before. So in order to meet the requirements of this league, we've knocked down the stand that has seats in it. I guess we're building a bigger one. Why not put some seats on one of the terraces? It makes no sense. Cornell back to Pack. Plange can't quite skip past, and that is Dootson getting sent off, I think. I mean, I said it would happen, and there you go. It's happened. Dootson shown a red card. It was always going to happen as soon as I said he was any good. Plange is going to go back and play centre-half for a few minutes because he's a big lad. And Quinn is going to drop back there. And Bond's going to play up on his own. We've only got to get through a couple of minutes. We'll drop back to a cautious mentality to do it. But it's just silly from Dootson. But let's not take the shine off the fact that's a good win that I think has pushed us back up into the playoff mix, which is exactly where we want to be. Yeah, all the way up to 5th place. Goodness me. Little handful of changes for the Harrogate game then, partly forced, partly still trying to figure out what my best team is. Dootson obviously suspended, so Morrison comes back in to partner Ball at the back. Garrett is in for Greenwood at left back, and Cornell is in for Mundell in central midfield. I think Cornell probably is our best central midfielder, but the star ratings have now swapped around again. And I know he's got 4 judging ability, so he doesn't really know. And I know that really upsets some people. The people that it really upsets, remember, it's all part of the realism. We should make mistakes at this level. That's how clubs at this level work. I know I've done this speech, I think, in Non-League to Legend earlier in the season, back when we were playing at some of the lower levels. But the way I try and explain it to people is, pick any lower league or non-league team you like and look at the last 10 transfers they've made and how many of them went on to be absolute superstars, top players for that club, and how many of them were just flops and not very good. I support Posh in League One, and for every 10 transfers we make, and we're known for for signing play. Jeremy McKendy used to play for us, didn't he? How dare he score against us? What a monster. That hurts. What was I saying? Yeah, Posh are known for buying unpolished gems, polishing them off a little bit, and then selling them on at big profit. And we survive as a club because we are a selling club. We buy cheap, we sell high. We're known for being good at spotting players. I would say for every 10 players we sign, 5 of them are absolutely useless and end up disappearing, never to be heard of again. And that's a club that has a reputation for being good at picking talent and developing players. So I don't want to be sat here in the conference with someone who's got 20 for judging player ability, because all that'll mean is McKendy scored again. All it'll mean is every player we sign is brilliant and we never make any mistakes, and it just gets too easy, and it becomes like one of those really boring Football Manager series where someone's just too good at the game. They're gaming the system. They're showing you how to get every little edge on it. They're winning every game 8-0. They're signing players in the Conference North who were still playing for them in the Championship because they were that good when they signed. And it is just boring as hell. And I don't want to do that. I want to do something that's closer to real football. And I think that's what you get with my series. So that's why he's got 4 judging ability. That and the fact I don't think I've ever upgraded him. But, you know, it's the first one, really. We're 2-0 down here. How good are Harrogate? They're probably quite good. They are. They're up in 4th place. We're away from home. We're going to go 3-0 down here. And Jeremy McKendy, former Bourne player, has a 34-minute hat-trick against us, which that stings a little bit. I mean, it's nice to see one of our former players clearly doing quite well for himself, but it's also a little bit worrying that they're his first 3 goals of the season. So he's got himself a hat-trick, despite not really playing very well so far. It puts us back down to 8th place, which again is fine. 8th place, level on points with 6th place. We take that 10 games into the season. And I think it's only to be expected that we're going to be a little bit inconsistent and play as well as we did in the last game and then play as poorly as we are today. I think our defence is struggling from not having Dootson. I've just done a terrible team talk, so I wasn't concentrating on it. That was the wrong team talk to do. You never know, it might work. Cornell whacks the ball forward looking for Quinn. Perhaps dropping Mundell in a game when Dootson wasn't playing was maybe a mistake. Have we just given away another penalty? I mean, this is silly now. 4-0 down, 2 of them penalties. Just smacks of really, really irresponsible, crazy defending. We've got 19 away fans now, though. That's an impressively growing number. But why am I blurry? I've just noticed I'm blurry. Camera, unblur me. There we go. How long have I been blurry for? Pack with the corner. It's a penalty at the other end now, I think. It is. This referee's a little bit penalty happy, isn't he? What a crazy man. Who's taking the penalty? Pack is taking... Of course, Pack's taking the penalty. Pack's missed a set piece. And it's now 4-1. The comeback is on, boys and girls. Let's go positive. And let's do a 4-4 draw. A good old-fashioned 6-6 draw. Do you remember the days when this channel was known as the home of the 6-6? Back in like FM16, FM17? We had like 3 or 4 6-6 draws in videos in one season. I don't think I've ever done it since. I miss them. I want a 6-6. Cross comes in, Anang's there this time, and made a little bit of a meal of it because I don't think it needed to be as messy as that was, but he ended up getting hold of it. So I guess that's okay. Quinn now trying to get past his man. He does get past his man. Quinn with the shot probably should be squaring that to Bond, who's in space in the middle, but you know, realistically we're not getting back into this game regardless. But it would be nice just to show a few signs of life rather than just from the penalty spot, which really it was all caused by Pack. It was a Pack corner causing problems leading to a penalty. Mitchell's having a terrible game. Greenwood can come on for him and play on that left-hand side. Quinn is also not playing well, so Plange can come on for him. And you know what? We're going to take off Pack as well and bring on Mundell. We're going to try Mundell and Cornell together and just have a good old-fashioned triple substitution with 20 minutes to go. The sign that you've given up on a game. Just get the substitutes done and get it over with. We've taken a beating here today. 5-1 now. What tactic are they playing? Because then looking at the league table, they're not that much better than us. But whatever they're doing tactically is absolutely ripping our 4-4-2 apart. Their formation is a... Why can't I get that out of the way? Go away. So they're playing a fancy Premier League formation, a 4-3-3. I could have just looked there. I can see it right there. Why did I have to? That's how flustered being 5-1 down has got me. But they've absolutely ripped us apart. We've got our two flat midfield lines of 4, and they've got these in-betweeny bits that I suspect it's the in-betweeny bits that have ruined us. Bond's in here. Will he grab a consolation goal? Of course he will, because he's a very good finisher. Matthew Bond, 9th goal of the season for him, makes it 5-2. It doesn't really save face, but at least it's nice to see him just continuing to score goals for fun. Look at how hard he hits this. We will look at the replay because he hit it very hard, and I like it. Do that 4 more times, and we're a little bit closer to our 6-6 draw that we want so badly. But I suggest it's probably not going to happen now. We are out of time. 5-2. Yikes. I'm not happy with your performances, apart from Bond, who is the bright hope always. And the big problem we've got with him is just like everyone else we signed in the summer, because you never quite know who's going to be good. It ties into what I was saying before. You never quite know who are going to be the ones who really hit. They're all in on 1-year contracts. So I want to get him a contract extension ASAP, because if we look on his reports, he's a leading player for most League 2 sides. We need to get him on a contract extension fast before he realises he's too good to stay. That's the plan. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.